One of the jobs we have to do for this week, I need to restore office desk. The desk is standing there on the other side. These are the drawers. So what I'm starting to do is I'm sanding just the flat faces, everything with the orbital sander to get it to that stage. Then I take by hand, just sand all the little corners and everything clean, just the faces. I'm not really worried about the insides of it. I'll just clean them, but I'm not going to sand them. Of course, this table is going to be used not in an office, but more like in a workshop type of environment. And we just want to get it neater and tidier and everything solid and sturdy. So I'm busy sanding now. The most of the sanding I do with a little orbital sander, just to get all the flat surfaces done. Then some hand sanding just around the handles and everywhere, because I tried to take the handles off, but they are all glued and I don't want to break them off and mar the wood even more. So let me get these to that stage and then I'll take it further. So guys, that's now the 6 drawers sanded, and then also the 2 little writing pad blocks. It goes under the counter top or the tabletop. As you can see, these old people or the old government tables or desks, they really used whatever they had. There's a mixed batch of wood in this, and they didn't really care what type of wood to mix it with. As you can see, that differs, that differs, that differs. Most of this looks to me like a teak. I don't know, you maybe know better and you can reply and tell me if I'm wrong. I also then started on the table itself, or the desk itself. I sanded the top now to a 120, and all the solid work on the corners I've sanded to a 120, and I'm starting now with the panels, and it's actually got very beautiful plywood panels in there. As you can see, I just sanded with the orbital. All the corners I still have to do by hand now, all the little corners and nooks and crannies. But first I'm going to take all the panels to that, and then we'll start with the hand sanding. Another little project I'm busy with is burning for Rian, our friend with the dog school or the agility dogs. I'm burning a bunch of logos again. It's the bad logos we burnt last time. This batch is done. There's still a few there to do, and then I still have to burn on the back Rian's logo. So that's another small job going on in the background while I'm busy with the desk. So guys, I'm still busy sanding the office desk, and as you can see, I sand it now with the orbital sander as far as I can, but I missed the little corners. And I found the best little tool for this. I keep on forgetting about my little multi-tool, the cordless one I've bought. It's a very cheap model, but this thing works for these corners amazing. Let me show you. but actually an extremely handy little tool. I love it. And then on that side, guys, as you can see, I'm still burning with a laser. Rian's boards, the bad dog boards, is done again, 25 of them done. This is for a friend, just a little logo for a ladies' tea, and that's almost done. Then we've got also a bunch of leather. We must burn a bunch of logos for another lady. So in the background, the laser's still running. So guys, another quick emergency job that came in is for a guy that makes signs. I must make 3-dimensional letters. The words is going to be something like Whiteley or something like that. I'll show you when we're done. So the boards that he cut on the CNC for me is 16 millimeters. And then the spaces I've cut in the centers are then 68 millimeters to create a letter width of 100 millimeters. I then take the normal white masonite, 3 millimeters, and just fill it in. That's what I'm busy with at the moment on this side. So just a normal, I cut strips of 100 millimeters and then glue and nail it everywhere on the edges to create a 3-dimensional letter. I'll do a few and then I'll show you what it looks like. So guys, that's the first 4 of the letters done. The W, the I, E, and the Y. I don't know if you can see this nicely. If you look at that corners and even there on the W everywhere, the CNC tend to cut, I don't know, straight line and then made a little bit of a, I don't know what, boo-boo. So there's a few places where I'll have to use a bit of wood filler. Of course, they're going to paint this white. I'm not going to paint it. I'm just prepping them and getting them as far as this. The painting white will be their problem. So a bit of wood filler and then some sanding. They're done. The first. So guys, that's now the W, the Y, the I, E, and the T done. The H and the L I'm still busy with. I ran out of this little masonite, 3 millimeter masonite. I'll have to go buy a sheet now, just to do the top and bottom of that one and the bottom of the L. So almost done. Just need a little piece to go to the end. So guys, that's now the letters done. A very good friend and a follower of this channel, Yanni, helped me out with a few offcuts that he had. Yanni builds built-in cupboards, and he had a few spare pieces of the 3 millimeter masonite, and that helped a lot. Saved the customer some money and me some time. Job done. Let's get to the next one. And then with the office desk, I managed to get everything sanded that I wanted to sand. Then the front of the drawers and the top, I gave one coat of polyurethane and then sanded it flat again. So I would have loved to have this done by this weekend, but time caught up on me. So lots of varnishing, some sanding to do. Then this job, hopefully next weekend, will be gone out of the workshop. I need the space. So guys, that was that done. Then also the letters all done. And then yesterday I built for my nephew, or I helped my nephew build a game that they wanted, that they saw in some other place. We built that. So lots of small things crept in and took away time from the desk. But at least we got some jobs done. I'm now in the process of gluing up the final key art pieces for the 2 last final signs that we have to do for a wedding. I don't have enough key art. I short a very small little piece for the one board. So hopefully I'll get some next week. And then we'll finish these two as well. So guys, to get you up to date on the building process, we have now built out from the foundation level to the floor level, which is there of the house. And I went with clay bricks because in my head, clay bricks don't absorb as much water as the cement bricks. I'm gonna build the whole thing from here to the top with clay bricks. I like them a little bit more. They're more solid, harder. So now we're just filling in the gaps everywhere because it looks like it's gonna rain next week. So I don't want water to lie and dam up in the foundation or on the foundation. There where my downpipe from the original house comes out, I'm just gonna put a little off-cut piece of pipe so that the water doesn't run into my foundation, but rather outside. So that's an update on the building process. For now, we're gonna have to dig out this now, fill it with gravel, stamp it and compact it, put the membrane steel and then pour the floor.